Let me explain. So, for many of us film fans who appreciate the art and only watch 35mm films shot following the Dogma 95, we may look at the stylings of Mr. Sanders, Sir Bull, King Bay, and of course Master Perry as, well, just not good movies. And since I believe there are rules to what makes a film objectively good, I'm not gonna lie and say that their projects are the epitome of cinema, but rather that decent fast food joint you go to when you're not expecting a 5-star 5-course meal. And look, while I personally am not a fan of those movies whatsoever, I've grown to realize that these bad movies don't actually ruin cinema the way us film fans think they do. Sure, they don't help it at all, but it doesn't stop the other good films from coming out, and it doesn't stop people from watching the bad ones. It's like when people complain about a demographic not being represented, but then just straight up ignore the movies that do, cause I guess just people want to complain. But if anything, there's a reason why so many bad movies are made. As my aesthetics teacher once put it, mediocrity gets made because those who can do great don't show up. It's easy to criticize and say you can do better than actually going forth and taking those risks. Meanwhile, while we're prepping for our masterpiece that may never be, others are willing to try, fail, and succeed. And even though these filmmakers are usually critically panned, I honestly don't believe these guys wake up with the intention of making a bad movie, but instead something that they genuinely like. And thus we have Tyler Perry's Madea, whose latest movie not only grossed $27 million, but came in at #1 at the box office, over Wonder Woman, over Tom Cruise, and even over Satan himself. And while we can break down how this #1 movie came from a one-off Chris Rock joke.
Thank you, Chris Rock. It's his fault that happened. He did this movie called Top 5, and he did a spoof where all the people in the movie, it was a movie inside of a movie, and the people that were watching his movie didn't show up. They were all at my movie, and it was called Boo a Madea Halloween. Lionsgate called, "Oh, we love that idea, Tyler. Can you make that happen?" I'm going, dude, it's a joke in Chris's movie. But then I came up with a concept. It's pretty damn funny.
Stars mostly internet celebrities and took only 6 freaking days to film. What really should be broken down is its success. Because while Hollywood puts these movies out there, they're not forcing you to buy a ticket. People actually want to. And so Perry knows exactly how to satisfy those people. Some may see it as stooping down, while others see it as harmless fun and the reason why they go to the movies in the first place. And as much as I dislike this series a lot, I kinda gotta respect how hard the man works. Not only does he go all nutty professor and play like 7.5 characters, the man pulled a Kevin Smith in the 90s, living homeless out of his car just to be able to support one of his plays. And when the first year failed and the second year failed, he kept trying until that 7th year when it became a success. He then went from plays to TV to movies to outgrowing his own production company and buying an entire military base in Georgia to house his new studio lot. So looking at his success, it's clear that he loves what he's doing, and a bunch of other people do too, regardless of the quality. And when you really think about it, film fans aren't really campaigning for Hollywood to make better movies, but for people to want better movies. And the truth is, you can't really change that. So instead of making a video ranting about how bad the newest Madea movie was, it actually made me think, if a homeless man can fulfill his dream of owning a film studio by dressing up as an old mad black woman, then what's stopping us from fulfilling ours? Thank you guys for checking out this video, and as always, a big shout out to my Patreon supporters. I am curious to know down below in the comments section who that one filmmaker is, who isn't always critically acclaimed, who makes movies that may be guilty pleasures. Not everybody likes this person, but you kind of do. I'm curious to know who that filmmaker is or what that movie may be down below in the comments section. For me, it's not Tyler Perry, but like I said, I made this video because while I don't like his movies at all, I've kind of really learned to respect this man because he started out of nowhere to now owning his own studio lot, which one is going to give so many people jobs, but two has cemented him as this big film mogul, not even in Hollywood, but in Atlanta. So I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts on that question down below in the comments section. Until next time, don't forget to keep watching movies, and I'll see you guys later. Go Cubs.